And we are live. How's it going, everybody? This is your host, Robbie1 Kenobi, and I want to welcome you to my NXT TakeOver London predictions live stream. Second consecutive predictions video I've done this weekend. If you haven't already, go check out my WWE TLC 2015 predictions video. Of course, after you check this one out. So, NXT TakeOver London this Wednesday at a special start time of 3 p.m. Eastern time, 12 p.m. Pacific, live on the WWE Network. So if you live on Pacific time, that means you got to get up a little early to catch NXT TakeOver London. But you know it's gonna be worth it. Trust me, I'll be up way before 12 o'clock because I'm so looking forward to this event. You know, NXT, they always deliver with these with their takeover specials. I don't recall one bad takeover special since NXT started doing these 2-hour specials. Even a special like NXT Unstoppable, which was good but wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be, was still a good show. You know, I wouldn't say it was the worst NXT show. It was good, like I said. Wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be, but still good. I mean, NXT always delivers a good show, whether it's 1 hour, 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? So let's get right down to these predictions. As of now, there are only 5 matches that have been announced. And of course, we have the highly anticipated return of Sami Zayn. He will return at NXT TakeOver London. I believe he actually wrestled a match somewhere in the United Kingdom like a day or two ago. But this will be Sami Zayn's first appearance on NXT television since he was injured and taken out by Kevin Owens at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable. Now, I don't know exactly what Sami Zayn's return will be, if he'll come out during the main event, or if he'll come out and cut a promo and talk about how it feels good to be back in NXT, or if he'll have a match. I'm not sure, but it's, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing Sami Zayn return to NXT. The only thing is, you know, when I think about it, I honestly thought when Sami Zayn returned, he would make his debut on the main roster. I thought he would make a surprise entrance, make a surprise appearance at the Royal Rumble during the Royal Rumble match and come out and go one-on-one with Kevin Owens, and then that could ultimately, you know, set the stage for their feud that could lead into WrestleMania 32. But as of now, it looks like we're not sure. He's coming back to NXT, which is a good thing because, you know, NXT doesn't have the big stars like Neville or Kevin Owens. So it's gonna be nice to see Sami Zayn back, and I'm interested in seeing what actually happens. Now, as far as the matches are concerned, the matches that have been confirmed for the show, let's start off with Asuka versus Emma. Right off the bat, I'm picking Asuka to win this. You know, NXT is heavily invested in her. She's been built up pretty damn strong so far since debuting at NXT TakeOver Respect, and I just do not see Emma beating Asuka. I love Emma, don't get me wrong. She's a good women's wrestler, but I just see Asuka winning this. Honestly, after this, I could see a rift between Dana Brooke and Emma, which could lead to maybe Dana Brooke getting the push that she needs in 2016, because I do want to see Dana Brooke succeed. You know, once Bayley gets called up to the main roster, you're going to need a strong women's wrestler to lead the women's division on NXT. So you've got Dana Brooke, you've got Emma, you've got Asuka, of course, you've got Alexa Bliss, you got Nia Jax. You've got Eva Marie, although she is not the most loved or welcomed on NXT. Yeah, they'll most likely push Asuka, but I would like to see Dana Brooke get a strong push. I would like to see her win the NXT Women's Championship in the future. Same with Emma. But like I said, I'm picking Asuka. I mean, just the way she's been built in recent months, recent weeks, she is just a badass. She's lovely, she's lethal, and she's deadly. She will kick your ass. I mean, Asuka is awesome, so yeah, I'm picking Asuka to win. Next, we have the NXT Tag Team Championship match. Dash and Dawson defending against Enzo, Amore, and Colin Cassady. I love Enzo and Big Cass, but I just don't see them winning the NXT Tag Team Championships Wednesday night in London. I mean, the promo that they cut on NXT on this past Wednesday's episode of NXT convinced me that this could be the night that they win the tag team championships. But Dash and Dawson, they've been built up good so far as tag team champions. I like their roughhouse style. I like how it's very reminiscent of the Brainbusters. You know, they're starting to grow on me. I think they're a good tag team. I honestly just don't see them dropping the titles this early. They just beat the Vaudevillains like not too long ago for the tag team championships, and I got a feeling that, you know, NXT really wants to build Dash and Dawson as like their next strong top tag team until Jason Jordan and Chad Gable eventually get their shot at the tag team championships. Like I said, I love Enzo and Cass. They're not the best like technical wrestlers in the ring, but they can go. They've got great mic skills. They're just an awesome team. And, you know, if they win the tag team championships at NXT TakeOver London, hey, they will have well earned it, because they have been with NXT for I think 3 years now, like going on 3 years. And, you know, they've had a couple shots at the tag team championships. They've unfortunately come up short. I know back when I filmed my NXT TakeOver Brooklyn predictions video and then the review that followed, I said that I wish it would have been Enzo and Cass winning the tag team championships in Brooklyn. But, you know, now might be the time to give them the championships. So, like, you know, part of me wants to see Enzo and Cass win the tag team championships, because honestly, how much longer can they go on the NXT? How much longer can they go on, you know, on the NXT roster without winning the tag team championships before getting called up to the main roster? So, you know, part of me would love to see Enzo and Cass win, but my prediction is Dash and Dawson to retain, because I feel that NXT, they're strongly invested in Dash and Dawson. Like, you know, I think it's too early for them to lose the tag team championships, because I just think that, like I said, Dash and Dawson are a good young tag team. They're very reminiscent of like those hard-hitting wrestlers from the 80s, like the Brainbusters. So yeah, I think Dash and Dawson are going to hold on to the tag team championships until probably, if there's not a February NXT TakeOver special, until NXT TakeOver Dallas, which will be during WrestleMania 32 weekend. So yeah, my prediction will be Dash and Dawson to retain. Although, if Enzo and Cass win, I will have no problem with that. I love the team. Will have well earned it, and they'll deserve it. So, part of me wants Enzo and Cass to win, but my prediction is Dash and Dawson to retain. Next, we have Apollo Crews versus Baron Corbin. Now, this match for me could go one of two ways. Either Apollo Crews will continue with his momentum and he'll beat Baron Corbin, or I've got this feeling that they might actually have Baron Corbin beat Apollo Crews at TakeOver London. You know, Apollo is undefeated. He's riding a wave of momentum. You know, he beat Corbin in that Battle Royal. He had that great NXT Championship match with Finn Bálor. Apollo's had, you know, he had a good match with Ty Dillinger at his debut at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Then he had that great hidden gem of a match with Tyler Breeze at TakeOver Respect. Apollo's on a roll. And, you know, for someone like Apollo, for someone of Apollo's caliber, I do think that the undefeated streak is important. But then again, you know, undefeated streaks aren't always important. It could mainly be, you know, how a wrestler is built up, how they're over with the crowd. So, you know, there's part of me that says Apollo's going to win, but then there's part of me that has to believe that Baron Corbin could pull off the upset and beat Apollo Crews and break Apollo's undefeated streak. You know, this reminds me of the weeks leading into NXT TakeOver Rival, when Corbin was in a similar situation. He was in the NXT Championship #1 Contenders Tournament against Adrian Neville. And Baron was undefeated at that time as the Lone Wolf, and I was like trying to debate, would they actually have Corbin beat Neville, or is Neville gonna beat Corbin? You know, like, if Corbin wins, you know, how will that loss affect him? You know, he lost due to interference from Bull Dempsey, and you know, it really didn't hurt him because it was only one loss. Corbin has lost maybe 2-3 times total on NXT since debuting as the Lone Wolf. You know, undefeated streaks aren't always important. I think it's just mainly like mainly depending on who the wrestler is. Like, best example is Goldberg. Goldberg, you know, was like close to what, 180 wins or something when he lost to Kevin Nash, which was shocking, but some fans loved it. But I mean, from the time Goldberg debuted until the time he lost, he was just smashing guys left and right. And I was like, when was this guy ever going to lose? So, you know, to me, it's like, if Baron Corbin beats Apollo Crews, wow, that's going to be a surprise. You know, like, Baron Corbin is the guy that ultimately dethrones Apollo Crews. It could go either way, you know, because Apollo's on a hell of a roll. He's got a lot of momentum going his way. NXT's definitely invested in him. I definitely see him being an NXT champion in the future. He'll definitely be one of the top stars, especially when Bálor gets called up to the main roster. For this prediction, yeah, it could go either way. I could see Baron Corbin winning, or I could see Apollo Crews beating him and continuing his momentum. This one's a tough one, to be honest. So for my prediction, guys, I am going to pick... This is a tough one, only because of the circumstances. Like I said, I could see Baron Corbin winning, or I could see Apollo Crews continuing his momentum, because they have been building Baron Corbin up good as a strong heel. So, man, tough decision. You know what, guys? I'm gonna go with Apollo Crews. I got a feeling they'll go with Apollo Crews, keep his momentum going, because he is red hot on the NXT roster. But don't be surprised if Baron... Well, I won't say don't be surprised, but if Baron Corbin wins, that will be a surprise. Although I have a feeling he may end up winning, and he may end up breaking Apollo's undefeated streak. This one's going to be interesting, but my prediction is Apollo Crews. Next, we have the NXT Women's Championship match. Bayley defending against Nia Jax. This one's interesting too, because once again, it's a case of you have a veteran in Bayley going up against a fresh young talent in Nia Jax. And I'm really surprised with how soon Nia Jax is getting an NXT Women's Championship match. I mean, she just debuted the week after NXT TakeOver. Respect. So that was like 2 months ago. And you know, she's just bulldozed through every opponent that's come at her, you know, that's been in her way. But I just don't see NXT giving Nia Jax the women's championship this early in her career, you know, in her NXT run. You know, there's something about this match that is kind of off, if that makes sense. I honestly thought with how things went down between Bayley and Eva Marie on that episode of NXT when Eva got the NXT Women's title shot and it looked like Bayley was going to get screwed over. I honestly thought we'd see an Eva Marie Bayley rematch here at TakeOver London, or I thought Alexa Bliss would have gotten involved and it would have been Bayley versus Eva versus Alexa. But I'm really surprised that they're giving Nia Jax this NXT Women's Championship so early in her NXT run, because I felt that if built and booked right, this could have been a major women's title match that you could have done at this could have been a high-profile women's championship match you could have done at WrestleMania 32. You could have done at NXT TakeOver Dallas. But I just don't see Nia Jax winning. Now, I don't see Bayley getting her up for a Bayley to Bayley. That's for damn sure. I said this the moment I saw Nia Jax come out for her debut. There's no way Bayley's getting her up for a Bayley to Bayley. So I think if Nia Jax loses, it's going to be like by DQ or by interference from Eva Marie. And that makes this match interesting because, to my knowledge, and I haven't seen TakeOver, the inaugural NXT TakeOver event or NXT Arrival. So I don't know if there's ever been a match on any of these NXT specials that have ended in a DQ. This match is either going to end, Bayley's either going to win this by DQ or count out, or Nia Jax is going to win by count out. because she might just maul Bayley, physically beat her up. You know, I just don't see Nia Jax winning the championship this early. So it's either going to end in a DQ or a count out, or what they may end up doing is they may do like not NXT. They may do like WWE New Year's Revolution 2007, where John Cena pulled off that miracle victory over Umaga, where like he caught him off guard and beat him with a roll up with a schoolboy. It might end like that, and then you can keep the feud going, build for something bigger, and then at NXT TakeOver Dallas, have Nia Jax, after she's further established herself as top contender and as dominant force, have Nia Jax beat Bayley for the championship, and then Bayley could get like a rematch, which could ultimately be her send-off to the main roster. So my prediction is Bayley to win either by DQ or countout, or by surprise pinfall, because I don't think she's going to make Nia Jax submit. With Nia's frame and everything, I don't see her making Nia submit. Now, if Bayley actually gets Nia up for the Bayley to belly, that will be somewhat an equivalent to like Hogan slamming Andre, which will be unbelievable. It'll be just crazy, you know. So yeah, Bayley is my pick to win. Like I said, I don't see Nia winning the championship this early, but I gotta believe it's gonna be by disqualification or count out. If Bayley actually pins Nia Jax, it's gonna be surprising. What'll be even more surprising is if she actually picks her up for the Bayley to belly and, you know, drills her with it to win. Excuse me, little audio difficulty right there. All right, guys. So now we get down to the main event, the NXT Championship match. The champion Finn Balor, the Demon Finn Balor most likely, versus the challenger Samoa Joe. You know, Finn Balor, since winning the NXT Championship in July at Beast in the East in Tokyo, he's been a strong NXT champion. He's taken on all comers. He's battled Kevin Owens in a ladder match at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. He battled Apollo Crews. You know, prior to Joe turning heel, Balor and Joe won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. They beat Lucha Dragons, Enzo and Cass, Dash and Dawson, and ultimately Rhino and Baron Corbin. Balor's just been a strong fighting champion. And honestly, with the way that Samoa Joe is being built, I have to believe that this could be the time when Balor ultimately falls. I have to believe that Samoa Joe could be the guy to dethrone him at NXT TakeOver London. You know, like I said, Balor's been a strong champion since winning it in July. He's been champion for like 5 months now. But with how Joe has been built, this mean streak, this viciousness that's come out since turning heel, I have to believe that Joe could ultimately knock Balor off in this match. I'm definitely expecting this match to be really good. You know, this should be a hell of a match. The show in general should be, you know, just good to really good to great. You know, I'm just looking forward to more, you know, grade A, 100% NXT action, if that makes sense. But anyway, getting back to my prediction for this match, you know what? I know Balor's going to come and he's going to fight and he's going to do what he's got to do to beat Joe, and he's most likely going to be the Demon in this match. So if Joe beats Balor while Balor's the Demon, that will be insane. That would be huge for Joe as the top heel on NXT and the man pretty much on that roster. You know, Balor has never lost as the Demon, but I got a feeling that this could be the night he loses. I mean, I could see Balor retaining, but honestly, with the way Samoa Joe is being built, this could be Samoa Joe's night, and this could be the night that Balor is ultimately, you know, knocked off atop his throne as NXT champion. I love Finn Balor, don't get me wrong. The guy's a hell of a performer. He's one of the best on the NXT roster. But yeah, guys, I honestly gotta believe that Samoa Joe, you know what, I'm gonna say it right now. I love Finn Balor, but with the way Samoa Joe is being built, I gotta believe Samoa Joe is gonna win this match. So my prediction for this match, the NXT Championship match between Finn Balor, the Demon Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe, I gotta go with Samoa Joe. I gotta believe NXT is gonna do big things with him. Yeah, I gotta believe this is gonna be Samoa Joe's night, and it would be fitting if it is Samoa Joe's night for him to win, for him to beat the top guy on the final NXT Takeover Special of 2015. That would be huge. So my prediction is Samoa Joe. Finn Balor does have a chance. He could pull off the victory. You know, like I said, he's never lost. He's never lost since donning the war paint as the Demon. But you know, one loss as the Demon will not really hurt Finn Balor's career. Finn Balor, great wrestler. I love the guy. You know, one loss will not kill his momentum or anything. Maybe this could be like, you know, a blessing in disguise. Maybe he could bring out more war paint, like the Punisher, Spider-Man, Venom, Hannibal Lecter wasn't war paint, but there was one that was like a cross between Venom and Carnage where he looked even more demonic. So who knows? I love Balor. If he wins this match, I'll have no problem with it. But my prediction is Samoa Joe because I believe with how Joe's being built, Samoa Joe is going to win the NXT Championship. NXT wants to do big things with him like they've done with Balor. So, you know, my prediction is Samoa Joe to win the NXT Championship. And that'll pretty much do it, guys, for my NXT TakeOver London predictions. I know this was a different format than what I'm used to doing, you know, with the slideshow and the podcast-style presentation. I'll still do my predictions like that. But for today, I just really wanted to knock these NXT TakeOver London predictions out the park. Wanted to get them done, you know, have them uploaded so we could start tomorrow, you know, the weekend, Sunday, fresh, you know, with some fresh content. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, to recap my predictions, to recap, my predictions are Asuka, Dash, and Dawson, although part of me wants Enzo and Big Cass to finally win the Tag Team Championships. Apollo Crews, Bayley, either by DQ or countout or by surprise schoolgirl, and Samoa Joe to win the NXT Championship and to slay the Demon Finn Balor. So that's it, guys. Of course, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Thank you pretty much for listening. Leave your comments down below. Leave your predictions down below. Tell me what you think about the show in general. Are you looking forward to it? Do you think this could top Brooklyn and Respect? Or do you think it's just going to be another good show? I mean, you know, pretty much just tell me, guys, what you think. Do you think this will be a great show? Do you think this could be the best NXT TakeOver special of the year? Like, comment, subscribe. You guys pretty much know the drill. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you guys later.